The call lasted 11 seconds. That's all fear was given before someone decided it had said enough. It came in at 2:03 a.m., the hour when the city is quiet but not asleep. The honest people are resting. The rest are awake for reasons they don't put in calendars. I was still at my desk when dispatch flagged it. No shouting. No hysterics. Just a woman trying very hard to sound calm. "I need help," she said. Her voice was low, almost careful. "Someone is here." Then nothing. No scream. No crash. No scuffle. Just a clean cut into silence, the kind that doesn't feel accidental. Her name was Lena Morris. 24. Pharmacy assistant. No criminal record. No history of drama. She rented a narrow house behind a strip of closed shops, the kind of place people pass every day without seeing. 14 minutes after the line went dead, we were at her door. Lights on. Curtains open. Door locked from the inside. That's the first thing that bothered me. Inside, the house felt paused. Not abandoned. Paused. A cup of tea sat on the counter, steam still faintly rising. Shoes lined neatly by the door. Couch cushioned straight. A dining chair pulled back just enough to suggest someone stood up quickly, not violently. Intentionally. Her phone was on the kitchen counter. Face down. Plugged in. Charging. People don't leave their phones behind when they're running from danger. They leave them when they believe the danger will pass. Or when someone makes that decision for them. Bedroom untouched. Bathroom dry. No blood. No signs of a fight. No broken glass. No forced entry. The kind of scene that makes people say, maybe she just left. I've learned that when a scene is this clean, someone worked very hard to make it look that way. We spoke to the neighbors. No one heard anything. No arguing. No footsteps. No engine. No scream. Just another quiet night in a quiet block where quiet things happen. I stood in her kitchen and listened to the emergency call again. Slowed it down. Let every sound stretch. Her breathing was fast, shallow, controlled panic. But underneath it, almost hidden, was another rhythm. Slower. Steady. Calm. That wasn't background noise. That was another person in the room. And they weren't surprised. Phone records showed one outgoing call. Emergency services. No follow-up attempts. No texts sent after. Battery still high. The call didn't drop. It was ended. Her mother called at 3:40 a.m., left a voicemail. Gentle at first. Asking if Lena was asleep. Then a pause you can feel through the speaker. The moment a mother realizes she's about to be afraid. By morning, Lena Morris was officially missing. People expect disappearances to look violent. Drawers pulled out. Furniture overturned. Blood on the floor. Evidence loud enough to justify panic. This one whispered. I walked the perimeter again at sunrise. No footprints in the dirt. No tire marks. Nothing disturbed. But near the sink, I caught a faint chemical smell. Bleach, watered down. Someone had cleaned something small. Something specific. Back at the station, audio specialists isolated the call. 2 breathing patterns confirmed. One frightened. One measured. Just before the line went dead, there was a soft sound. Fabric brushing against fabric. A footstep close enough to register pressure. Inside the room. Not outside. Not down the hall. Inside. Lena didn't scream because she knew whoever was there was close enough to hear it. That's why she chose her words carefully. That's why she whispered. Someone is here. Not breaking in. Already there. I've seen this before. Real danger doesn't rush. It waits until you feel safe enough to ignore it. Until it blends into your routine. Until you stop locking the door because nothing bad has happened yet. We sealed the house and logged the evidence, but one question refused to let go of me. If someone wanted her gone, why leave the phone? Why leave the lights on? Why lock the door from the inside? That wasn't panic. That was control. Lena didn't disappear in chaos. She was taken in silence by someone who knew the house, knew her habits, and knew exactly how much time they had. And whoever ended that call understood one thing very clearly. If the line stayed open, someone like me would hear them breathing too. Silence has a shape. You learn that after enough missing persons cases. It wraps itself around the truth and waits to see if you're patient enough to peel it back. For the first 2 days, Lena Morris stayed missing in the quietest way possible. No sightings that mattered. No friends calling with last-minute secrets. No digital trail lighting up the map. Just a house that said she hadn't planned to leave. Her phone data arrived on day 3. I read it twice before it sank in. From 2:03 a.m. until almost noon, her phone never moved. Same tower. Same location. Her house. Lena was gone. But her phone stayed right where someone wanted it. That wasn't sloppy. That was deliberate. I went back alone mid-morning this time. Different light changes everything. At night, you feel fear. In daylight, you see habits. The trash bin stood out immediately. Recently emptied, yet heavier than it should have been. I dug through it myself. Near the bottom, wrapped in paper towels like an afterthought, was a latex glove. Inside out. Not hers. No box of gloves in the house. No reason for one to be there unless someone wanted to avoid leaving fingerprints, and then forgot that fear makes people careless. That glove told me something else too. Someone had returned after we left. Someone who didn't feel rushed. We widened the circle. Coworkers. Neighbors. Anyone who had ever been inside Lena's house without raising suspicion. That's when Evan Cole entered the story. 31. Night shift security guard. Lived 2 blocks away. No record. No known enemies. The kind of man people describe as quiet, helpful, harmless. He told us he once helped Lena jumpstart her car late at night. Rainy evening. Dead battery. Small talk. Nothing more. People always minimize the moment that mattered most. His phone records didn't. At 2:03 a.m., Evan's phone hit the same cell tower as Lena's. Same house. Same stillness. When I asked him where he was that night, he answered too fast. Asleep. Didn't hear anything. People telling the truth usually hesitate. They think. They doubt their memory. Evan didn't. We searched his apartment. It was spotless in a way that didn't feel normal. No clutter. No photos. No personal mess. Shoes lined by the door like props. Control again. Always control. One pair caught my eye. The sole pattern matched a partial print from Lena's dining room floor. A print we'd almost ignored because it was faint, like someone tried not to leave it. That's the mistake people like Evan make. They confuse quiet with invisible. Then we found the message. On Lena's phone, saved as a draft. Never sent. 3 words. He's still here. No punctuation. No timestamp. Just fear frozen mid-thought. She hadn't been surprised. She'd been waiting. We brought Evan in on the 5th day. He sat straight. Hands folded. Calm in a way that felt rehearsed. He said Lena trusted him. Said he would never hurt her. Said she must have panicked. That part was almost true. Trust is how people get close enough to hurt you without noise. I played the emergency call. Evan didn't react to Lena's voice. He reacted to the silence after it ended. That's when I knew. Lena Morris was found 12 days after she vanished. Shallow grave near an access road most people don't notice unless they already know it's there. No defensive wounds. No signs of a struggle. Cause of death, strangulation. No scream. Just steady pressure until resistance fades. The same kind of pressure that ends a phone call cleanly. Evan confessed when the evidence closed around him. Not with anger. Not with tears. With relief. Like someone who'd been holding his breath too long. He said it wasn't planned. Said she got scared. Said it just happened. It never just happens. What he never understood was that Lena had already spoken. At 2:03 a.m., she stayed calm. She chose her words. She gave us what she could without giving herself away. Someone is here. Not breaking in. Already there. The line didn't go dead because of fear. It went dead because someone realized they were being heard. That's what people forget about silence. It isn't empty. It remembers everything. And if you listen closely enough, it always tells you who is standing there when the line went quiet. If you believe silence always tells the truth, stay with me. Subscribe to Midnight Crime Files for cases that don't shout, don't rush, and don't let the guilty hide in the dark. This is Detective Tabby. Another case closed. Another truth heard.